Welcome to Your Voice Must Be Heard podcast. I'm your host, Marquita McGee, a happy wife, proud mother, career woman, and voiceover artist. I created this podcast as a place to be encouraged through wisdom for different aspects of life. We all navigate through the many challenges of life, feeling unfulfilled in our purpose, and we believe there's more. We will explore in this podcast keys to unlock the door to the next level and transform. I'll be interviewing people who have found unconventional wisdom that catapulted them to success in business, health, relationships, and their gifts in the arts. We will reflect on how you can apply unconventional wisdom to achieve your success, affirming what you believe and helping you create your transformation story. Come along with me into this week's episode to capture this wisdom and have forward movement in your life. Today, this episode is part 3 of the relationship series. We've heard the story, we've reflected on the wisdom that was shared, and now, take in affirmations to help you be more successful in this aspect of your life. We were designed for relationships. It is the way in which we are connected, so it is important that we enter the right relationships and cultivate them because they impact our present and future. As we get into this affirmation, I want you to think about some of the most important relationships in your life and what wisdom you can apply to make them more successful. I put God first in my relationships for the greatest success. I know I've not always used wisdom in my relationships, but that stops today because I recognize my past, my old way of thinking, my behaviors that may have stunted the growth in my relationships. I make a decision to walk away from anything that is not pleasing to God, anything that does not help me to excel. I turn around and go towards a different path. As I'm on that new path, as I cultivate my relationship with God, my relationships with others will develop and grow. I envision successful relationships with my spouse, my children, my family, my friends. Whenever conflict arises, I will have the wisdom for a successful outcome. Whatever problems I have, I humble myself and cast them over to Jesus. I am careful to not team up with mismatch alliances. From time to time, I will examine myself to see if I reflect the image of Christ and ask myself, do my relationships please Him? Do I love my spouse like He desires? Do I love my children how He desires? Do I walk in love with others around me? I am made by love, therefore I walk in love. I desire to be married, and I will. I desire to have family, and I will. I desire to have friends, and I will. My siblings and I get along. My business relationships are profitable. My past failures don't dictate my future success. I acquire knowledge and I apply knowledge for action in this aspect of my life. I listen to and respond to the Spirit of God inside of me, providing wisdom. Therefore, I am a success. I take the time I need to reflect and rebuild from any hurt, pain, or brokenness from my relationships. I consecrate myself so that I can be the best version of me. I hide and heal to find purpose and thrive. I have keys that catapult me to the next level in my relationships. I find purpose in what I do through my relationships, and I maintain peace with those bonds. I honor my marriage, and I live a full, flourishing life. I encourage others in my relationships. I have relationships that build and sharpen my character. Forward movement comes to me because I put my faith and trust in God, who designed me with purpose for relationships. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Your Voice Must Be Heard podcast. I hope the story you heard inspired and motivated you to take action for transformation in some aspect of your life. I would love it if you send an email with questions, share your enlightening moment, or profound wisdom you may have. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Your Voice Must Be Heard podcast. I look forward to hearing from you. See you in the next episode. Bye.